Dear Nerdfighteria, don't make this video. Don't make it. They're gonna hate you. But they need to hear it. I mean, I need to say it. Dear Nerdfighteria, first, let me say this coming from a loving place. I've been a part of Nerdfighteria for about a year now. I've seen every single VlogBrothers video starting with Brotherhood 2.0 day 1. I'm subscribed to Hank and John on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. I'm an active contributor in several online Facebook groups, even though talking to people online and being part of this group is a little bit scary sometimes. It's so great and I love being a part of it. Occasionally I forget to be awesome, but I'm constantly thinking about and trying to decrease worldsuck. Please don't hate me. I'm just trying to help. I've been seeing a lot of comments, mostly on Facebook, some on Tumblr, about people being afraid of the movie Nerdfighters. The people who are going to watch tfios and have seen an interview or two with John where they talk about Nerdfighters and automatically say, oh, I'm a Nerdfighter now. These fears range from being afraid that there's going to be too many Nerdfighters, that we aren't going to be a tiny family of close-knit people. Some people are afraid that these new Nerdfighters aren't going to understand what it really means to be a Nerdfighter. And there are some Nerdfighters who are afraid that being a Nerdfighter isn't going to be special anymore. It's an integral part of their being, and they're afraid that if being a Nerdfighter isn't special anymore, then they're not going to be special anymore. Whoa. Get your shovel because we're about to go deep, y'all. I promise never to say that ever again. I get it. Us internet kids get tingly special feelings from our internet friends and the fandoms that we share online. I love my Sherlockians and my Whovians and my Nerdfighters, and seeing the different things that they can create on Tumblr, even though most of it I can't even fathom being that good and creative and thoughtful about things. We're our own huge international faceless family that live in my laptop. And hey, Nerdfighters have long been defined as the 2 million plus subscribers to VlogBrothers who've read all 4 of John Green's books plus his 2 collabs, and I subscribe to VlogBrothers, Hank's channel, Hank Games, Mental Floss, SciShow, Crash Course, Lizzie Bennett Diaries, and Improve, right? Oh, you mean I'm not right? You mean Nerdfighters have grown and evolved over the past 5 years with each new project Hank and John take on, and with each new project the size of the group grows, but we still stick to our core tenets of increasing awesome and decreasing suck? Awkward! To the first concern, there's going to be too many Nerdfighters. If Nerdfighteria really is this close-knit family, when there's going to be a new baby in a family, a new birth or pregnancy announcement, whatever, nobody's like, I think the world has way too many Joneses. Why don't we send her off? She can be a Cumberbatch. We don't have enough Cumberbatches. Okay, maybe we don't have enough Cumberbatches. But no, when there's a new member to the family, we welcome them with open arms and open hearts. Nerdfighteria should be the same. Complaint number 2. These new Nerdfighters aren't going to be increasing awesome and decreasing suck. I don't really foresee this being a problem. Let me tell you why. Because the people who are going to be calling themselves Nerdfighters for more than a day aren't going to be the ones that just saw the movie. A lot of the people who go see it probably are like, oh, that was an awesome movie, but they're not necessarily going to be obsessed with it. The ones that start getting obsessed, I'm using obsessed very loosely here, but the ones that start getting super into it and want to call themselves Nerdfighters aren't going to stop at just watching the movie 50 times. They're going to be finding stuff online, and they're going to start reading the books, and they're going to find Nerdfighteria groups online. And that brings me to my next point. Number 3, being a Nerdfighter makes you special. Here's the deal. Being a Nerdfighter is only a small part of your special pie. Your specialness is in the things that you're nerd level passionate about. Your art, your writing, your science, your thoughts, your videos, if you make videos, whatever it is, that's what makes you special. Being a Nerdfighter is special. But you are 100% special, and being a nerd fighter is only 2 to 5% of that. More nerd fighters doesn't make you less special. In fact, being a seasoned nerd fighter still is special, and not in the I heard of the VlogBrothers before tfios kind of special. Don't do that, that's annoying. It's special because now it's in your job description to fill in our new brother and sister nerd fighters the significance of peeps and why there's a hobbit in my pants. We have to help them to learn what it means to increase world awesome and decrease world suck, and why that's such an important part. This year's project for awesome could be 300 times bigger than last year's. tfios is not bad for nerdfighteria. The only way that it could be bad for nerdfighteria is if nerdfighters make it bad for nerdfighteria by discriminating against the new nerdfighters. If we never accepted new nerdfighters, I wouldn't be here. Don't see this as a burden, but as an opportunity for mass conversion. We don't have a secret handshake, but don't forget to teach them our hand signal. DFTBA nerdfighters, I'll see you next weekend. That felt weird. Too much sincerity in one video. I love you. Sweet dreams. Good night. If you don't know about the VlogBrothers, you can click anywhere in this screen for one of their videos. I put some of my favorites and some of their just newer ones. Comment down below some of your nerdy passions. See if anybody else watches this who likes the same thing that you do. If you want to subscribe, I mean you could. I'm not watching. I'm not gonna ask. It's just there.